He is available.
Has that surprised you? Is it ahead of schedule?
He
Can we start off with team news first of all? We were filming open training. Can we start off with team news first of all? We were filming open training yesterday. No Bukayo, no Martin Odegaard, no Jurriën Timber or Calafiori. Are any of those available for tomorrow?
Yeah, there have been changes there since yesterday, yeah.
And all four available?
I don't know. Some of them.
Okay. Eberechi Eze was there.
Yeah.
How big a boost is it to have him back? And
He's available.
Has that surprised you? Is it ahead of schedule?
He has, but my first conversation with him after he felt an ego, he wanted to be available the next week. We knew that was impossible, but the recovery, I think, the will that he's shown from day one to get back as quick as possible, how he's pushed the medical staff and himself to be there tomorrow is just great to watch.
And Piero Nkapke is still out, is he?
There will be changes tomorrow. Good try.
Could I then, Mikel, ask you about your relationship with your players and the trust that you have with your players? And the context I want to ask you this question is, how much did you have to pick them up yourself after Southampton and City, and how much did you leave them to it?
I think it's a balance. As I said the other day, I think it's better to observe first, you know, to see the natural reaction, to see what we are made of, to see what's the first instinct, collective and individually from players after an accident that we didn't have off-season. And then you can intervene based on that. But to be fair, they didn't need much because the reaction was top, as I said before. The understanding of why we lost those matches and how we were going to put it right, and I think it was a really good reaction against Sporting.
You play before City this weekend. If you win, you go 12 points clear. How big an opportunity do you see this as, and how big a psychological blow do you feel you can strike against City if you were to win?
Yeah, the closer we get, the relevance and the importance of the match increases, obviously, and tomorrow is a big day for us. The players know it, our supporters know it. It's 12:30 kickoff. It's an early kickoff, so get up early, have an early breakfast, bring your lunch, bring your dinner, how you say in England, and let's go all together for it because it has to be a big day.
You spoke on Tuesday, Mikel, about the pride you have working with the people that you do.
Yeah.
Would you say that that pride and that unity is tested or reinforced when you have difficult moments like you've just had?
I think reinforced because that talks about your culture and the identity of this club and the team. And to define that, you have to go through different scenarios, different moments, individually and collectively. And I always said that that's one of the proudest things that I have, not only with the people, but as well our supporters as well. They've always been with the team, regardless the situation, and that's rare to see in football.
And I'm sure you will want that to continue for longer. Is there anything you can tell us with regard to?
I think that attitude and that behavior and that unity gives you more will to win for them, you know, and that possibility, opportunity to make so people proud and happy increases, and that's what is driven everybody, me first of all, and then all the players and the people in the organisation.
You just might have missed what I just said right at the end there about your contract. If there was any, if there was any thing you can tell us, have there been any talks about a new deal?
No, there's no news on that. I think we'll have time to discuss that now. The full focus is on what we have to do from here till the end of the season.
Just finally, you've always spoken about getting your players to create their own history. How much belief do you have that they can do something they haven't done for 22 years and win the league, and do something that they've never done and win the Champions League?
A lot, because I see them every single day. And first of all, the capacity that we have as a club, as a team, again, the will to win, and we all recognize the opportunity ahead, and we're going to do our best to try to achieve it.
Thank you.
Hello.
Afternoon, hi Mikel. Going on what Dharmesh was just asking about your contract, I'm sure you saw the other reports linking a couple of young players with moves in the summer, Miles and Ethan. I just wondered, How difficult is it for you to manage the ambition to become a club that is a dominant force challenging for titles, whilst also keeping the DNA of the club there? Because fans are so invested in these young Hairlem boys and want to see them do well. You see the likes of Saka almost fulfilling a dream of many. So how do you strike that balance?
It's part of us, and I think at the end what it has to define this football club is to seek for the excellent and to seek for the best, regardless you're coming from the academy, from abroad. At the end, if we can have players from Highland, obviously much better because the identity is there. We grow with them and they know exactly what we're looking for. But then they have to earn it, and not for a week, not for a month, for years, like anybody else. It doesn't matter in what department or role you have in the club. At the end, you have to sustain performance, and that has to be at the very highest level if we want to win and sustainably be where we want to be.
Given the success that Arsenal has had in challenging for the Premier League in recent years, do you feel, I guess, the period of time for those younger players to prove to you that they should be a part of that, it is maybe becoming shorter because the margins are finer?
The margins are shorter, but we're doing something as well that is unprecedented. I mean, we have players that played in competitions that nobody else has done at that age. So I think the balance is there. We are doing everything that we can to accommodate that, especially because they deserve the opportunity, which is the best thing. Nobody's here to give a gift, an opportunity to somebody that doesn't deserve it. Everybody that has been in around the first team because they deserve to be there.
Looking ahead to tomorrow,